morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan pre-market roundup. First in the global markets. Yesterday when we closed, most of the European markets were trading in green, almost flat to positive, whereas the American index futures, that is Dow Jones futures and Nasdaq futures, were showing a positive opening for the American markets by around 50-55 points for Dow Jones and around 20-25 points on Nasdaq. Finally, by the end of the day, the European market closed in green by around 0.75 to 1% across the board, whereas the American markets closed up by almost 1%, that is around 165 points for Dow Jones, whereas Nasdaq closed up by around 0.8% and S&P closed up by around 1%. Coming back to our markets, we saw some volatility yesterday, but finally Nifty managed to close in green by around 30-35 points on the higher side, which was mostly supported by the banking stocks and some oil stocks. FIs in yesterday's trade were buyer by around 308 crore rupees in cash market, whereas FIs in index future were buyer by around 117 crore rupees, whereas domestic institutional investors were seller by around 62 crore rupees in cash market yesterday. As of now, most of the Asian markets are trading in green by around 1 to 2.5% across the board, with Nikkei leading the charge by around 2.5% gain. And SGX Nifty is showing a positive opening around 60-65 points at a level of 7790-7795. Now let's hear an update on derivatives.
Good morning friends, I will give analysis on derivatives. After seeing a sharp upside in day before yesterday's trading session, that is on the Monday's trade, yesterday's trading session taking positive cues from Monday's trade and also from the international markets. Our market did open on a positive to flattish note, and thereon we did saw Nifty showing some kind of strength, and market breadth also remained positive throughout the day, due to which Nifty slowly and steadily inched higher, making new intraday high at regular intervals. However, it managed to close on a on a minor gain of around 0.40%. But since we have seen 120 odd points gain in Monday's trade, and seeing a further follow-up upside of around 30-40 odd points was quite remarkable. And due to which Nifty closed at 7732.80 with a gain of around 0.40%. Now in the open interest terms, 2% was shared in open interest, and the absolute terms around 3.60 lakh shares were shared in open interest. Cost of carry did decrease a bit from 8.5% to 7%, indicating majority of the unwinding which was seen was due to the short covering which was been observed by market participants in yesterday's trading session also. While put call ratio have increased from 0.83 to 0.86 levels. Remember friends, we were being highlighting that according to the derivative parameters, we are being in the oversold territory, as the put call ratio was also quite low, and was quite low at around 0.75, 0.76. And after that we have seen a sharp recovery was mainly due to the short covering. So the analysis of the oversold territory was quite right. And in coming trading session, we have been seeing the upside mainly to the short covering, which is also not the positive sign for the market. And henceforth, unless and until in the coming trading session we don't see any kind of a long accumulation in markets in next couple of trading session, that market would find resistance at higher levels. And so watch out for the long positions. If it can build up, then only market would be able to sustain at higher levels. Indian volatility index was more or less same at around 16.03 odd levels in yesterday's trade. The options activity, we have been seeing good amount of unwinding in call option, being at 7,800 and 8,000 call option. Both have seen an unwinding of around 1 to 2% respectively. While 7,700 call option have seen a minor addition of around 5.5%. So not major positions as getting built in the call option, as the momentum is on the positive side. Due to which call writers have been quite skeptical in writing call option, and hence we are not been seeing any kind of an build up in call option. While in put option, significant amount of addition has been observed in 7,600 and 7,700 strike price, around 16% and 65% respectively. Interesting observation was 7,700 put option, which have seen a significant amount of addition of around 65%, which was quite huge, and due to which 7,700 could act as an immediate support for our market. And in yesterday's trading session, we did saw this kind of an addition, and due to which market did support at around 7,680, 7,700 odd levels, and then we did saw some kind of a bounce back in yesterday's trade. So all in all, the outlook on the market remains still positive, but unless and until we don't see much of the long addition resuming in the market, it's difficult for the market to sustain at higher levels. So if this rally is just due to the short covering, then it would face resistance. It would find difficult to resist at higher levels, and it find difficult to sustain at higher levels, due to which market could find resistance at around 7,800, 7,850. Or if a long accumulation is been seen by FIs and also in the markets in the next two trading session, then only a market could sustain at this level and can inch more higher and can make new highs in the coming trading session. There are no securities in bank period for today's trade. On FIS terms, despite we have seen around 150, 160 odd points gain in the last two trading sessions, FIs have hardly been forming any kind of long positions in it. In index futures and yesterday's trade, they were net buyers by only 116 odd crores. In index options, net buyers by 2008 odd crores. Stock futures, net sellers by 242 odd crores. And stock options, net buyers by 26 odd crores only. On the market level, our Fridays we have signs at 7640 with a lower range at 7640 and higher range at 7750. SGX Nifty is trading positive, taking positive cues from the international markets, especially US markets, which posted an healthy gain, and also supported by the crude oil movement, which was up around 4 to 5 odd percentage, breaching most of its resistance in the yesterday's trade. Due to which US market reacted positively, and our market is also about to react on the same note. And SGX Nifty is trading positive around 57 odd points, quoting anywhere around 7790.50, indicating some kind of a gap up opening can be expected in the morning trade. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Now let's have a look at some of the trading ideas for the day and some important news flow which came after the markets yesterday. The first idea being Wipro. Wipro board is looking to consider buyback of shares in the board meeting which is to be held on 20th April 2016. Action to be taken is long Wipro with a stop at 557 for a target of 585 and 596. Key in India, global oil price has hit 4-month high, that is 2016's high, and is just hovering under $45 a barrel. After report that top producers from Russia and Saudi Arabia have agreed to freeze output ahead of a much anticipated producers meeting on Sunday. Action to be taken in Cane India's long cane with a stop at 150 for a target of 158 and 161. Shilpa Medi has received GMP certificate for 2 API units from PMDA Japan. Action to be taken is long Shilpa Medi with a stop at 429 for a target of 451 and 460. Some important news flow. IIP growth for Feb came in yesterday at 2% versus expectation of 0.6% growth and a decline of 1.5% in the previous month, that is January 2016. CPI inflation for March 2016 cooled down to 4.83 versus 5.26 against an expectation of around 5. IMF has cut 2016 global growth forecast to 3.2 from 3.4 and also projected India's 2016 and 17 growth at 7.5%. Monsoon to be above average, 94% chances of normal excess rainfall as per IMD. RBI has barred additional FII stake purchase in J. Kumar Infra, Inox Leisure and Southern Ispat. Custom Department has imposed Rs 33 crore fine on Tata Sponge Iron. Builders may face Makoka for illegal construction as per Maharashtra CM statement. HP government gave benefits of Rs 209 crores to JP Power. Syngenta has got CCI not to sell Goa unit to Deccan Fine Chemicals. Steel prices in Shanghai has moved up by 2 to 3% and remains firm for last couple of days. Domestic steel producers stock price could have positive rub-off effect. RIL quarter 4 numbers came in yesterday. Profit was down 52% at 2.7 crore rupees versus 5.7 crore rupees. Reliance invites bid to develop deep water oil and gas blocks. L&T Infotech has refiled for IPO documents with SEBI, has cut the issue price from 1800 to 2000 crore rupees to 13 to 1400 crore rupees. SBI takes control of 29% stake in troubled Rohit Ferro. Tobacco industry facing losses of over rupees 350 crore each day. India begins probe into steel dumping by 6 countries. Madhukan Projects has successfully completed the strategic sale of its majority stake in Madhukan Agra Jaipur Expressway for 248 crore rupees, and Goa Carbon has turned corner post quarter 4 profits at 0.4 crore rupees. Stocks with positive bias are Infratel, Tata Motors, DVR and ICICI Bank. Stocks with negative bias are Cipla, Apollo Tyre and Coal India. Stocks for investment are Axis Bank, Ashok Leyland, Britannia Industries, Infosys and PI Industries. Thanks and bye. Have a nice trading session.